Emma Cameron was a famous influencer. She filmed and vlogged on TikTok. She posted get ready with me's and routines on her YouTube channel. Everyone adored and loved her. She was so sweet and kind. Emma loved to party. She partied every weekend. She would party alone and with her friends. Emma was also very popular in school. She had many boys after her, and a lot of girls wanted to be her. She was living a fantastic life. She had family, friends, money, and fame. One day, when Emma was in class talking with her friends, the teacher came in. He announced to the fellow class that there will be a new girl joining the school. Everyone was so excited, and so was Emma. She wasn't worried at all that the new student might take her place. Emma was always gonna be the star. But when the girl entered the classroom, everyone gasped and was so mesmerized by the new girl. Her beauty, her confidence, and her grades were better than Emma's. The new girl, Victoria, was head of the class and became loved very fast. She also started a TikTok account and a YouTube channel. Her accounts blew up overnight. She gained millions and millions of followers, more followers than Emma. She became so popular and known. Emma's friends started to become distant with Emma since she was no longer the queen. Victoria was. All the boys that were after Emma was now after Victoria. Every boy wanted to date her, and all the girls wanted to be her friend. This made Emma so mad and jealous. How dared Victoria take away Emma's spotlight? Later that day, Emma came up with a plan. 2 days later, Emma asked Victoria if she could have a word with her. Victoria happily agreed to talk to her. She pulled Victoria aside and told her, "I'm gonna be the last thing you will ever see."
I'm gonna be the last thing you will ever see.
Victoria was confused and asked her what she was talking about. Emma grabbed out a sharp knife and stabbed Victoria while covering her mouth so no one would hear her screams. She let out an evil laughter. Blood was quickly covering Victoria's uniform as she was dying a painful death. Victoria's body dropped to the floor. 2 days later, Victoria was reported missing. Everyone was so worried, while Emma was so satisfied, knowing that everything she had before Victoria took it away would come back. After the incident that involved Emma and her friends, and also Victoria, the murder of them, the town has been hectic and chaotic. People have been going mental and have been blaming the government for this problem, saying that it was their fault that people are getting murdered. But Victoria did not care. It was like a show for her. She was satisfied, seeing everyone she hated die and get destroyed. Ever since Victoria got killed by Emma, she has become evil. She hated Emma and her guts. She's glad that she's gone. Oh, and Emma's mother became suicidal and ended her life because of the loss of her daughter. Victoria enjoyed that too. She was horrible. She was heartless. But there was one thing that she missed and actually did love: her mother. She had been locked up in a tomb for centuries and hasn't been able to see her own daughter. But that soon was over when Victoria finally got her out. She made her alive again with the help of Emma's blood. Well, she thought,
I can't drink this. This is blood from a vampire deer.
What? No, Mama, this is human blood. Blood from a human...
No, I can tell when blood is from a vampire.
her mother says while lowering her head down as it's hard for her to lift it up on her own.
No, it can't. It's impossible. I got this blood from a human that I killed.
Well, no, they weren't a human when you killed them.
Her mother replies while passing out.
If Emma wasn't a human, what was she?
She asks herself as she looks at her mother.
Emma is still alive.
She screams and runs out of the tomb, forgetting to close it.
You bet I am.
A voice says behind her. Victoria turns around to see Emma standing there, inside the tomb.
I thought you would figure it out sooner. That I knew that you were in my house seeking for revenge the night you killed me. But you didn't.
What?
You really don't know? The day I killed you, I filled a small glass bottle with your blood, because I knew that you were not human. I knew from the start that you were a vampire. It was my plan all along, to kill, and for you to then seek revenge and kill me. And before you kill me, drink your blood so I die with your blood in me. And you know what that means.
If you die with vampire blood in your system, you turn into one.
I couldn't kill myself, I just wasn't that brave. So my plan was for you to kill me, so I would become a vampire and seek revenge on you. And I did. I will kill every single person that you love or have loved, including your mother.
You wouldn't.
She screams while trying to step into the tomb, but it doesn't work.
Not that easy. I paid a witch to put a spell on you. And on this tomb, you can't come in or out. And once I leave and you try to save your mother, you're not able to come out. Moral of the story is that once you come in, you can't get out.
She says while laughing, she breaks Victoria's mother's neck and walks outside the tomb.
No!
She screams and runs towards her mother.
I'm not that innocent.
She says and then disappears. Remember this girl? This is Emma Cameron, the girl who murdered Victoria. And a year after the incident, Emma became popular again. She started posting on TikTok and YouTube again. She got her fame back, just like she wanted. All the boys wanted her again, and all the girls either wanted to be her or be her friend. Even her old friends wanted to hang out with her again. She was happy. One day, she was walking home from school when she suddenly felt uneasy. She felt as if someone was following her. She got a bit weirded out by the feeling and the thought. But the second she got home, she didn't think much of it and brushed it off. She was tired, so she decided not to eat dinner and go straight to bed to take a nap. But when she was walking into her bedroom, she noticed that her window was open. She was sure that she had closed it before she went to school. Emma decided not to overthink it. She probably just was clumsy and forgot to close it before she headed out. She closes the window and gets a shiver. The wind was blowing in fast. It was cold.
Damn, that was cold.
But then, when Emma turned around, she saw someone. There Victoria was, standing with a bloody axe. The blood was so fresh that it was dripping down onto the floor, as if she had already used the axe.
I thought I killed you!
Oh, Emma, you did. You brutally murdered me. It hurt, but one thing that you didn't know was that I'm not a human.
Emma gets so terrified, she screams. The next day, Emma and her two friends were found dead. The police has no sign of any person that could have killed them, and no one will know that it was Victoria, right? One day, a girl named Elena gets up from her bed in the morning on a Thursday in June, year 2006. She falls out of bed, but then gets up from the floor.
Bro.
She then walks out of her room. Her mother is cooking in the kitchen, making breakfast.
Good morning, Ma.
She calls out. Her mother replies, but her voice is a bit off.
Good morning, sweetheart.
Elena looks confused. Her mother usually always calls her Moon and never any other nicknames, but Elena doesn't think much of it. She walks into the bathroom, her phone in her hand for entertainment while doing her business. She was about to take off her clothes to get in the shower, but she then notices that her hairbrush is broken, but she has a backup one in her bedroom.
Fuck.
She says before she's about to shout out to her mother, but there's a 99% that her mother won't hear it, and it's a waste of time. So she picks up her phone and texts her mother instead.
Hey, Ma, can you give me my hairbrush? It's in my room on my desk.
Almost right away, she gets a reply from her mother. Her reply shocks and confuses Elena. The reply says,
Sorry, Moon. I forgot to tell you that I went to the grocery store before you woke up. I'm on my way home. I got your favorite, Reese's peanut butter cups.
Elena's heart stops. What does she mean by that? Is she serious? Elena scoffs and shakes her head as she types out a quick reply.
Funny games, Ma, but seriously, can you go get my brush?
Her mother doesn't reply. She then FaceTimes her instead.
Moon, what's wrong? Why can't you believe me?
Her mother says, being in a car and driving home. Elena's heart stops again. Her eyes widens and her blood goes cold. She looks up from her phone. The noises from the kitchen has stopped, and she hadn't even noticed.
Then who's in the kitchen?
Elena says, but then the door handle starts to shake and pull, as if someone is trying to get in. And then she hears that voice.
Eleanor, sweetheart, open the door.